This is Harrison Skinner reporting you live from Milton's softball baseball bus. We're not here to talk about the game, we're here to talk about the school budget. Today was the day, the vote was passed, and everything's good to go. I spent 2 weeks following this story, and it's finally come to a close. The budget has passed. Let's go, Milton.
Harry, spring has officially sprung. The birds are chirping, the sun is shining, and Yjtv is back with another action-packed episode.
That's right, we're on the shore of Lake Champlain, bringing you all Milton's news. What a day to be alive.
First off, we'd like to congratulate Milton's drama department, who has won 6 out of the last 8 years their state championship. We went along and followed as they got the good news. Let's check it out.
The Vermont State Drama Festival. Congratulations to the schools continuing on to the New England Drama Festival. Essex High School. Nice job. Milton High School.
So I'm really excited to be going on to New England's after all of the hard work we put in for the play at States. But I'm kind of worried about Brandon. He hasn't been acting right since the play.
Aren't you excited for New England? Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so great. That's gonna be hilarious. Wait, but have you seen B?
Yeah, he's been acting rather weird lately.
Oh my.
Yeah, I think it would look good. Yeah, it's good.
Virginia?
Brandon, why the hell are you in costume?
You okay?
Hey, Brandon? Brandon? Time to come to Yjtv. We've been looking for you, buddy. Where are you?
Nevermore.
Milton's drama department is in Norwood, Massachusetts, representing our school and our state right now. Break a leg, guys.
Yo, check out this new skate park. Is that Milton's own Jared Bromley? A lot of Milton students participated in National History Day down in Montpelier.
That's right. Billy Devers got second place in the individual website category. Kay Fagan got third place for her individual exhibit. Isabella Anamikos and Cassidy Button got third place in the group exhibit. Hannah St. Onge and Cody Heidelberg received second place for their group exhibit. Blake Penelo, Olivia King, and Owen Perry got second place for their group documentary. And Trevor McDonald and John Wallagory garnered first place for their group documentary. Congrats.
It's prom proposal season, folks, and Yjtv took a special look at this bizarre new addition to American teen culture.
Promposals have in some cases been more extensive than most marriage proposals, but in this case, perhaps you'll find this next segment underwhelming.
Hell no!
I think that should have this.
Harry, what seems to be the problem, buddy?
You know, I've tried everything, Dustin. Can't seem to get a prom date.
You know what? I'm gonna help you. We're gonna find you a prom date. Let's go.
All right.
We're gonna keep driving by the school until someone's there. Just gonna ask him to prom.
You sure this is gonna work, Dustin?
Can't refuse the drop top.
All right.
Very sure.
Yes, you're sure you'll go with him?
I'm not going to prom with you.
Oh, Carly! There's someone down there.
Who's it?
I don't know, but I'm gonna do it.
No, Harry, this is a bad. No, Harry, no, this is a bad idea, Harry. Harry, fine. I told you it's a bad idea.
Here we go!
Harry has something to ask you.
Noob, I've tried so many different ways. I tried it all. I can't get a prom date.
No?
No, did you?
Just remember, keep it classy, keep it safe, keep it smart.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I hope you
Go
come.
get them.
I'm gonna. Oh, I'm ready now. You know, one thing I love about Milton is all opinions, and Haven McGregor has opinion on stereotypes. Let's hear her out.
Oh, hi there. You may know me as Haven McGregor, and welcome to Contrary to Popular Belief. There are two quotes I'd like to bring to your attention for today's episode of CTPB, both from popular Nigerian authors. The first comes from Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, as said in her TED Talk, The Danger of a Single Story.
The single story creates stereotypes, and the problem with stereotypes is not that they are untrue, but that they are incomplete. They make one story become the only story.
Chinua Achebe, who you may recognize as the author of Things Fall Apart, has something similar to say on the subject. The whole idea of a stereotype is to simplify. Instead of going through the problem of all this great diversity, that it's this or maybe that, you just have one large statement. It is this. Now, the topic of stereotypes is a complex one, and hard to address in a general sense without getting wishy-washy and blurring every line there is. So let me begin with addressing it in more specific terms. In fact, the most recent election cycle is a fantastic example of an array of different stereotypes consistently being encouraged, and thereby indirectly encouraging division, in a sense. And no, I'm not referring to anything that President Trump has said. I'm not focusing on one particular person, but rather two large groups of people, liberals and conservatives. Yikes. Sounds dangerous, doesn't it? It's a risky thing to talk about, but talk about it I will to the best of my ability. There are stereotypes that exist about both liberals and conservatives, and they're generally as follows. Liberals are lazy.
You got a great job where you don't do anything, you get to smoke weed all day? I wish I had that.
They're sensitive and easily offended.
This kid just needs to be shown he's being an Uncle Abel. I can always count on my PC frat brothers to have my back. Let's go, PC!
They hate America.
Of course, liberals aren't proud. Their beliefs come from the assumption that America is deeply flawed and must be overhauled.
And they're environmentalist hippies who do nothing but smoke pot all day.
Somebody needs to step up and be a hero here. So I'm thinking I would chain myself to that tree. And that way, if they want to kill that tree, they gotta kill me first.
While conservatives are barely literate rednecks who love guns.
Man, I love my gun, man. I take my gun anywhere, man. I see no, don't like gun anymore, man. I take on, I shoot 'em, man.
Consists mostly of straight white evangelical men.
The Lord's not picking us. But because of how we respect human rights, because that we are a good force in the world, he wants America to be strong.
And believe all people below the poverty line are just lazy.
Guys, our money problems are over. We're officially on welfare. Come on, kids, help me scatter car parts on the front lawn.
I'm sure some of what I have just said has struck a raw nerve with a few people, whether conservative or liberal, because there's no doubt in my mind that a few of these ad hominem attacks have been used on a few of you. But I also know that these same attacks may have been used by some of you in reference to others. And here's the thing about that. Regardless of what your political alignment is, the stereotypes I listed out are not accurate in any sense, an oversimplification of groups too large to be accurately simplified. People are complex, and more often than not, much greater than the sum of their parts. Hating the opposition is easy, but even referring to them as the opposition creates this boundary of us versus them, as if being different equates to being enemies, which is untrue. I'll admit, I've been in situations where I incorrectly assumed certain things about both philosophies, but upon conversing with those who happen to disagree with my belief system, I found that the truth was much more complicated, and projecting these stereotypes only made it more difficult to truly be open about what they were saying. The radical liberals and conservatives set the precedent for the rest of the groups in terms of representation in the media, unfortunately. And the media is a huge influence of opinion, but the majority of individuals are far more moderate than one would think. There are always extremists, people who take ideologies to the next level, but the opinions and behaviors of extremists do not necessarily represent the entirety of the group. I am of the opinion that fighting over a belief system isn't productive, and we would all do better to try, just try, to engage in discussion as opposed to shutting down those who believe in something that doesn't validate our own opinions.
And if we live in a world where everyone's being mean, everyone's gonna be a monster in their future. What if there's just a little bit of persons and we will eat them, then no one will ever be here. Only the monsters in our place. We need everyone to be a person.
Contrary to popular belief, we are not enemies. And as cliche as it may sound, we bleed the same blood, we breathe the same air, and we are all people. So let's act like it.
With spring comes spring sports. This month's episode focuses on the connection between practice and performance. Dustin Rock is once again on the scene to break it down.
Eagle double G.
Hi Milton, and welcome to this installment of Yellow Jacket Sports. I am your host, Dustin Rock. It's been a while since we've seen the green grass and the sunshine outside, and it's the same for our spring sports teams. As they hit the practice field, we take a look to see how they get ready to be successful on the game field.
Try to be best, cause you're only a man, and a man's got to learn to take it. Try to believe, though the going gets rough, that you gotta hang tough to make it. History repeats itself, try and you succeed. Never doubt that you're the one, and you can have your dream. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around.
Hi, I'm Trevor Wagar, and I'm the boys varsity lacrosse coach, and also the boys varsity hockey.
Hi, I'm Danielle Hubbard, and I am assistant coaching the softball team this year along with my mom.
John Paul Lavoie.
Timothy Lynch.
And we are pulling together a club ultimate frisbee team here at MHS.
Hi, I'm Sarah Bryan. I'm the Milton High School track and field varsity head coach.
Hi, I'm John Learned.
My name is Megan Rowley, and this is my first year as the JV girls lacrosse coach.
Your philosophy on practice. How does practice relate to performance in the game?
So I guess I think about your brain basically. You can only do so many. You can only think about so much at a time. And so my attitude is practice is about doing something so much you don't have to think about it anymore. Kind of that motor memory.
The more skills that they can work on in a practice is going to make them that much better in a game. And how we create practice is basically by starting with a warm-up, continuing into those skills, which are the essence of the game. And if you want to talk specifically about lacrosse, it's passing and catching, shooting and picking up ground balls.
So here on the track team, we believe in competitive excellence and diligent practice builds for a great season. So basically that just means that we come into practice with intentions and we plan to execute them there so that when we get to our our meets and compete there, that we're ready and prepared, right? So one of the mottos for the sprints team is perfect practice makes perfect execution. So that's essentially what we're working towards.
Our philosophy on practice as it relates to performance is we like to really encourage the girls to practice like they would in a game, to really take practice seriously, to work hard every day, and to really focus on our goals as a team and as individual players.
Well, we try to go over a lot of things, a lot of repetitive things, because that's just the only formula that I know that kind of works as far as getting kids ready to react during a game.
My philosophy for practice in terms of getting results is to really just build the skills necessary for girls lacrosse. We're a relatively new team this year, so we're really focusing on developing individual stick skills as well as offensive and defensive skills, and then bringing that all together as a team so that we can be successful.
Nothing's gonna ever keep you down, you're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down, you're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. Fight till you drop, you never stop, you can't give up until you reach the top. You're the best in town.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What?
Hey, you ever heard of STEAM?
You mean like the gaseous form of water?
Yes, but not that STEAM. I'm talking about science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Mrs. Record started a class that allows students to design and develop solutions to real-world problems.
They recently came here in Burlington to the Generator Makerspace to showcase one of their recent projects.
Hi, I'm Skylar. I'm in 10th grade and this is STEAM. So STEAM is a creative, artsy engineering kind of class that combines the art with the math and science that's traditionally more valued in schools. So it's kind of a cool way to figure out how they correlate with each other to improve our day-to-day lives. Well, so far we created the pin boxes that are up in the library. We started doing our skateboard designs where we kind of hand drew, or some of us took an image off the internet of something that we wanted laser cutted onto our skateboards. And now we're doing our felt fear projects that we're using conductive thread and circuitry to light up. We started doing a dog brace project. Our dogs that we have coming in for this project both have torn ACLs. So the ACL is a muscle in like the knee part of the dog. And that they need more support for that. So for the dog brace, for my design, for my group, this is kind of a little bit of a rough draft that we based around our group mate Hattie's leg. So this is the above knee portion. So we're kind of doing it like a shell using this material called thermoplastic. And on the inside, neoprene for cushioning for comfort, where we're gonna do one for like the above knee and one for the below knee for the support. And then we had these hinges made that they're gonna connect between the two parts. For me, I was more the engineering part of my group, while Hattie was kind of more the biology and design. And Kiara also did a great service to us by talking to the people at Triangle. It gets you out of the tradition of what people view as art and show that it can be applied to real life scenarios in life. Like this one professor from UVM who came to see our presentation when we went to the generator a few weeks ago. He said that a lot of what they teach in schools for science is good for like the terminology in terms of what they do at UVM Medical Center, but a lot of them don't really grasp the creative side, and that's something they usually have to be taught. So there's a lot of kind of that equal parts that people don't realize.
As our 8th episode comes to a close, we want to tell you about the talent search for season 4. See, we made a Yjtv commercial. We hope to see a great turnout come auditions in May.
Hello, I'm Pete Windorf. I normally wear glasses, but not today because that's how important this message is. Do you have what it takes? Are you really a reptile? Desiring, I don't know what I'm saying. I'd like you all to contemplate, consider for a moment, if you will, a reality. No. As we conclude season 3, it's time to look ahead to season 4. Who among you has what it takes? Consider for a moment. Do you know what a deadline is? Are you naturally curious? Do you like cameras? Do you enjoy telling the stories of unheralded students and adults in our school who do awesome things, but perhaps don't get the recognition that some of the more outgoing folks do? Then you are Yellow Jacket material. Auditions are sometime in May. I had a date, but I don't know what it is right now. I don't know the date. For a few talented human beings who are curious, understand the importance of a deadline, have hard work, are naturally curious. Did I already say that? Sure. If you think that's you, that sounds even remotely like you, and you have what it takes to audition for Yellow Jacket Television, they're coming up in May. See the dates below. Thank you, and good luck.
Dreams, Jason. You ever dealt with dreams before?
I got it. I fucking got it. All right. Hercules. Guys might take it shit. Everyone's in. On a.
Top left.
Alright, guess we're making it double wide.
Holy cow!
Where are you, man? That's you.
Yellow Jacket Nation, come here. I want to show you something.
1969!
Thank you for watching another episode of Yjtv.
Make sure to come out to the Color Run on May 8th at 10:30.
Our own MHS band, The Insiders, which consists of Gabby Hurst, Zach Young, Zach Hayes, and Matt Bro are going to be performing, as well as Daniel Lynn and DJ Joe Smith. It'll be a blast.
Have a great April break.